Yo, what up, everybody? TricksterShadow here, and today I wanted to go over this dev update that came out from the developers of Dead by Daylight Behavior, just because it doesn't have that much in it, but I think what it has in it is pretty good for showing like the direction that the devs want to take the game. And so we're just gonna go through it. This is them showing their roadmap they showed all the way back in the last anniversary. That happens in June. Happened in June of last year. Gonna be another one this June, of course. And they talk about like all the stuff they've done and then what they want to improve upon. Yeah, okay. What they want to improve upon are these few things: blood web improvements. Basically, they're saying that there's been issues where people have too many blood points and it takes too long to spend them, and they said that they're currently developing something to make that process a lot easier, which is very good. That's something a lot of people have been asking for, because currently it takes like 20-30 minutes to spend 2 million blood points, which feels really bad. And I imagine it even takes longer on console. Survivor bot loadouts. So they're making it to where Survivor bots in the custom games will automatically equip their own perks. It doesn't sound like you can equip the perks for them. Maybe you can, but they, at the very least, they say that some perks just don't work with the bots, which I guess makes sense, because there's just going to be some things that the bots will not understand, just be like based on how they're programmed. So it's cool. Going to be playing against bots with perks, so make the matches a little bit more like lifelike, like in actual matches. This is something that I've been advocating for a long time: map repeat prevention. So basically, if you've played on a map, the next match that you play, you'll have a significantly less of a chance to play on that map that you played before. And that applies to everybody in the match. Obviously, there's still a chance that you could play the same map twice in a row, but now it'll be a lot less likely, which is really good, because I can't tell you how many times I've gotten just like Lampkin Lane 5 times in a row, and like, yeah, one of the times will be because of a map offering, but then the other 4 times are just RNG, and it's just it never feels good playing on the same thing over and over. Just because playing over on the same thing over and over feels really dull, and so I really like this. This is a good quality of life improvement that will keep the game fresh. Visual terror radius. So for people that are deaf or hard of hearing, the terror radius can be difficult or impossible to keep track of. And a lot of people that are deaf or hard of hearing have to actually run perks in order to be able to tell if the killer is near them, like Stakeout or Pebble. Like, those are perks that they have to run, otherwise they just can't play the game. To remedy this, they'll be introducing new accessibility options, which, when enabled, will provide a visual representation of the terror radius. So what this may look like is, it could look like, I don't know if you guys have seen DB Mobile. Let me pull up DBD Mobile gameplay. But on DBD Mobile, since a lot of the time, I'm just gonna pull up a video. This is probably gonna be a YouTuber video. Oh, this is gonna be the King's video. So, like, on DBD Mobile, I guess shout out to the King. When the killer, or when you're in the killer's terrorius, you actually see a heartbeat. So I'm guessing it's gonna be something similar to this, to where you'll have like the heartbeat inside of yourself that you'll see, and so you'll know that the killer is nearby. And so I'm guessing that is what it's going to be, or something similar to that, which is going to be cool. I like that they're doing that. Making the game more accessible is always good. Visual update. They say they're currently working on updating one of the older realms. Now, this is most likely, there's really 2 options are likely for this, because there's 2 older maps that just haven't been updated yet. And that is the Red Forest, which is the Mother's Dwelling, the Huntress map, and then Temple Purgation, which is the Plague map. Which I hope that they update those, because both those maps are pretty big, especially Mother's Dwelling, and they really need to be changed. But usually visual updates, they're just updating the visuals. They're not changing the gameplay that much, but they could change the gameplay, possibly. I hope they do make the maps a little bit smaller when they do that. Or the other map realm that could be getting changed is the Swamp, which the Swamp is the Grim Pantry and Pale Rose, the one with the big boat, and then the one like big building with the hill, and like the shack on the hill and the docks and everything. So it's either Swamp or Red Forest. Again, I really hope that they do Red Forest first, because I don't mind Swamp as much, personally. Swamp can be kind of bad for Survivor sometimes. Sometimes the RNG is really bad. Red Forest just feels so bad to play on. Perk updates. And then they're saying that they put a lot of time into improvements and quality of life. But now, going forward, every mid-chapter is going to have a small package of perk changes going forward, which is really cool, which means that not this mid-chapter that came out, of course, because it already came out, but the mid-chapter after the next content release is going to have small updates to perks, which is going to be good, because that's still going to take a while between like perk changes, but that'll be about like every 3 months. We'll see changes to perks, and I think that's good, especially if they're trying to keep up with the like the current meta and trying to combat like any persistent metas that are kind of annoying. And they say, yeah, we're looking into eruption because like the eruption meta is something that a lot of people have been talking about. Limited type cosmetics for recent events. Some of our more festive and spooky outfits we've debuted have only appeared for a limited time before returning to the vault, taking some holiday themed cosmetics from past years with them. We never had an opportunity to announce these cosmetics, so we'd like to take a moment to discuss this looking forward. As the game has grown, hundreds of outfits have been added to the store, where one outfit used to be a major addition. These days, it's just one of the many to choose from. By vaulting these holiday themed cosmetics, we hope to simplify the store and make them the seasonal outfits more meaningful when they return each year. Do not fear, we will guarantee they return. So basically, cosmetics like the Christmas outfits or like any like maybe like Valentine's outfits, Halloween outfits, they'll only appear during that holiday season. And then they go on to say that when the cosmetics first release, they'll only be able to be purchasable with Oryx cells because they got to make money at the end of the day. And then the following year, the old cosmetics will be able to be purchased through Oryx cells or shards, so you can get them for free if you want. And then they provide a list of all the cosmetics that are considered holiday cosmetics, so you know. And then these new additions, the roadmap will be releasing as part of multiple updates over the next few months. As a tradition, we'll go into more details regarding each one when they're closer. So they say over the next few months. And so all of this stuff that they outlined, the Blood Web improvements, Survivor bot loadouts, map repeat prevention, visual terror radius, visual updates, perk updates, limit cosmetics, not as much. All that stuff is going to be happening between now, it's almost the end of January, between pretty much February and about May, because the anniversary update is going to be in June. And so between February and May, all those changes are going to be happening because in June is when the year 8 starts, which is crazy that DVD's been out for 8 years. That's when 8 years is going to, 8-year anniversary is going to be happening. And so all these improvements are probably going to be happening before then, if I had to guess. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this. I'm actually really happy with DBD. If you would have told me a year ago that I would have been as happy with DBD as I am right now, I would have called you crazy. But DBD, it seems like behavior has really like changed their perspective on their game, and it's trying to a lot more like focus on quality of life improvements, trying to make the game feel better to play. And that is something that I'm really happy with. I actually kind of want to make a video like talking about the gameplay improvements that have currently been implemented in this mid chapter and how I feel about them. But I kind of want to play a little bit more and get my full thoughts collected. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye, everyone.